Good evening, everyone. It's Rickzilla here, and I just want to get a few things out of the way before we start this thing. First of all, I know I haven't been around for a while. I mean, I've been trying to lay low for a while, get things in order, and also I was out of town for like 3 days. I went with my brother to celebrate my mother's birthday this weekend, and we had one hell of a time. I mean, we went to medieval times, and there's this drive-in theater that my mother used to work at when she was younger. I don't know if I'm boring you with these details, but that's what I did. And also, my internet was down yesterday. There was a bad wire, a bad cable that was disrupting the connection. A bad fiber optic cable, which was easily fixed or replaced today. No need to bore you with any other details. I just wanted to let you guys know. Anyway, tonight's stream is gonna be that interview that Draven's Crypt did with Shanny, which somehow was a bit, I guess you could say, a little half-assed at first, but you know how Shanny is. Oh, hey, Twisted Skeptic. You're just in time. Anyway, let's get started with this. I mean, it was a bit crazy. I mean, then again, with Shanny, it's always crazy. Oh, hey, Jonathan Green. And there you are, Artful Corgi. It's good to see you guys again.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I think I'm okay now. I just had a whole big thing that basically, welcome back to Draven's Crypt. I know everyone was waiting for the interview yesterday. We're doing it right here, right now. She's waiting in the wings. Let's bring her out. Look, she's here. I didn't lie.
And there she is. There she is.
All right, we're on. Okay, what is up, Shanny? How are you this evening?
Pretty good.
Okay, and I'll just say what I just said. Hey, D Higgins, what's up? That this is a safe room, safe space.
That was busy with classes. That's good for you. That's good. That's good, Corgi. Safe space.
Have some questions I want to ask, as well as talking about Ron, aka Beggs.
Yep.
If something is not in the in the realm of comfortability, you can say don't feel like talking about it, or legal, or whatever, and we can just move on, and that's totally fine. I'm just happy that I actually got you to come on. I appreciate that.
Draven. I would have warned you that this was gonna go south, but I'll let you decide. I'm not gonna judge you for this interview. I mean, it was a bit off, but I'm not one to judge.
And
Amen.
So basically,
and there's Jason in the background.
You you had the guts to speak out. And I really appreciate that. I mean, I am,
Not gonna
I'm
comment.
Italian, Irish, and Puerto Rican. That's I'm a mutt.
Oh God, Jason. You've seen, well, in case you're wondering what's been going on, there was this video that the Geek Room put out on their backup channel, Crude AF, Crude as Fuck, where it's a re-upload of a Shanny stream where Jason was arguing in the background. It's basically, if I might say something about this, it's obvious that this is basically the William video all over again. In case you're wondering what I'm talking about, Shanny was doing a live stream talking about an embarrassing incident where Zachary pulled William's pants down, and William demanded Shanny to stop filming him. And she just laughed at him. There are archive videos. And of course, Shanny was trying to go after Cecil McFly after a year, almost a year, come the 30th.
So I do value loyalty. And you didn't have to be, you didn't have to say anything.
You're right. You're right, Jonathan Green. She does like to feed on anger. She likes to feed on anger. She feeds on negative emotions. And that's what makes Shanny who she is. Oh, shit.
I mean, you weren't friends with Renee. You weren't good with me at the time. But we've talked in the past. DC Media, she did a good interview with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she did.
You did good.
I saw that. Sorry about that. That was my ringtone. Anyway.
Good. You were coherent. You're answering questions. I wish it was a little bit longer. I wish we were able to actually be on it, because Crash said that she thought that Renee's this thing with Renee came from a sexual assault, and that was actually false. We don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, basically, I mean, Renee's had, and I'm sure like you, Shanny, like haven't had the best of boyfriends.
We know that part, Draven. I mean, then again, there are some things that Shanny refuses to take responsibility for, especially when it comes to relationships.
20 years ago, you know what I mean? And even if 20 years ago people had crappy cameras, revenge porn and all that stuff, people suck. And
exactly, and
that's kind of what she was.
And exactly, Shanny, and that's what Shanny was trying to do to Draven in this interview. Twisted Skeptic. She was trying to manipulate him, or he was just buttering her up. I mean, Shanny thought she could win Draven's trust from what I'm seeing. I mean, I was in the stream with the other guys. I mean, I was there throughout all of it.
Was saying that like we don't know where anything.
Well, actually, not throughout all of it. I just jumped in at the last minute.
We didn't see anything. We heard of an alleged picture, and we heard it probably came from Tragic.
Then again, if it came from Tragic, then we all know that it could have been fabricated, because we all know Tragic's not good at anything. I mean, he is a terrible rapper. He is a terrible person. He's a complete scumbag and a criminal.
He did.
Same thing with Negs. Same as Negs.
After my stream, after you said that, after you called Tragic out as well as Negs, Tragic tried to come here on my video and throw you under the bus and say that never happened. Blah blah blah. All this
again. When it comes to Shanny and her company, they always like to fabricate bullshit just to cover their own asses. CYA is what the acronym is. Cover your own. No. CYOA. Chow. Choa. Sioa. 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 CYOA. Cover your own ass.
This stuff. Now, I guess my first question is,
that's basically the motto of Shanny's Sims. Shanny's quote unquote watchman is when the chips are down, I guess when the chips fall, when the chips are down, these idiots, these simps, they show their true colors. Meaning they like to throw each other under the bus just to cover their own asses.
Did Negs come to you first, or did you kind of seek them out?
They came to me.
Yeah.
Also, if you're tuning in, if anyone who's tuning in, be sure to hit the like button. It really helps out. And also, please show support for Draven. I mean, he did his best. Please show support for Draven's Crypt and Crazy Renee. I mean, they are really good people. I mean, if you get to know them, they are really good people. I can't say the same about Shanny and Rev, especially Shanny. But Renee, she's a fun person. She's a sweetheart. And she really does love Draven so much. I mean, and please show some support for Draven. He's been through a lot in the last few years. I mean, show him support. Show him some love. I mean, go check out their channels. Let them know how much you care for them. I mean,
I found out Tragic made this song about raping me for stability.
Wow. Are you serious? With that black guy TV.
anyway, I don't think you should consider that. I don't think that's... Sorry about that. Crazy Renee. Oh, yeah. Nah, I don't. The only thing Tragic's good at is turning human bodies into abstract flesh sculptures. I don't know about that.
Reese is funny. Have you ever
Yeah,
seen
these
his
people
content?
come out of nowhere.
But he is, I think he's a creep. To me, I think Tragic's more of a creep.
Yeah. And infiltrated our community.
Sorry about that. I kind of... goofed up on a few things, but
yeah, because it really, up until that point, it was not that bad. You know what I mean? Like, no one, I wasn't trying to find out where you live. You weren't trying to find out where I live. You weren't sending me death threats. Like,
Right.
It just went way out of hand. Tragic said in my stream, when I was with Black Eye TV, like, oh, you should come with us, and you know, we're playing Shanny. We're you know, we're playing her. And
that's the type of person Tragic is. Personally, I kind of think Tragic's more of a spurgy idiot. I think he's just more of a complete idiot who, of course, he's just an idiot who likes to talk a buttload of shit. And he's also a sexist, racist pig. I don't know about the racist part, but I can see that he is an extremely misogynistic son of a bitch who likes to talk a buttload of shit and never follow through with his empty threats. Also, he likes to sell out his friends to save his own ass. Kind of like Negs.
And I'm like, I'm
Really?
Damn.
yeah, you can, my video's still up. You can see it.
Wow.
And then, yeah, because he came up as Bodega Boys, you know?
Bodega
Yeah.
Boys.
Tragic and Bodega Boys. Yeah, he said him and Negs were playing you.
Also, I do not look anything like War Corpse. I mean, between War Corpse and I'm the better looking one. Just to let you know. Sam, I'm the better looking one. Between War Corpse and I'm better looking. Just to let you know.
And then Black Guy TV was like, he came in my chat and he was like, Draven, don't listen to anything this guy has to say. He's full of it. And as soon as he came in, Black Guy TV, as soon as he came in, Tragic was like, all right, I'm leaving. I'm peacing out. I thought we could have a civil conversation.
Oh
Like,
my
what civil conversation? Bullshit.
Whatever.
Yeah, it was, I was like, I will never do anything with you. And he
I'm
kept on
so done with people at this point.
Of course she
yeah,
is.
me too. I was like,
Uh-oh.
what is up with this? Because I know, like, Nates was just coming at me hardcore.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, dude, Ron, what do you want? You're attacking
You know what's
people.
funny? Both
That's the type of person Niggs really is. But the thing is, Shanny was the one who came to Niggs first because they had a common enemy, if I'm not mistaken. The Geek Room was their common enemy. So she and Niggs, she thought that she could win Niggs' trust by trying to dox the people that were involved with the Geek Room. I mean, Tragic's a scumbag. So is Negs. They're all scumbags in this case.
these motherfuckers, I hate to cuss on you, but both of them say they both have BPD. They both have borderline, personality disorder.
Tragic is a felon.
But here they are doing everything that could hurt someone who has BPD.
Like you?
Invalidating them, pretending to be their friends, working on their fear of abandonment and rejection. Like, it's disgusting emotional and psychological abuse.
I'm not going to lie, Shanny. I'm not going to lie. But honestly, I get where you're going with this. I do have a fear of abandonment at times. Actually, I don't really have that much. Well, I had a fear of abandonment. Right now, I just don't care anymore. I used to have a fear of... Actually, it's basically separation anxiety I had when I was little. When my sister used to go home to Phoenix, when she was living in Phoenix, I would cry nonstop. Because I wanted to go with her. I had separation anxiety. But you know what? I got over that. Now I'm just, and my nephew was the same way with my mother when he was little. Now he just says hi and that says that he's got to get going. I mean, separation anxiety comes and goes, but it's nothing like the fear of abandonment. I mean, then again, we all have that. Some of us do have that fear of being alone, of people abandoning us. I mean, sometimes I always have to check the chat just to make sure that we're still good. Yeah, I do have a fear of abandonment. I have at times, but it's not as severe as what Shanny claims to have, despite me going into manic episodes at times.
And I noticed I noticed Negs did that a lot to Mrs. Fucking Wonderful, and it broke my heart because it's like, woman is struggling.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm gonna go on a limb with that crap, with that incident. I mean, okay, speaking of that, didn't Shanny try talking shit about Mrs. Wonderful on like Christmas Eve? Or no. No, she was trying to defend Mrs. Wonderful on Christmas, on her Christmas stream, after she had that Christmas Eve stream where she was puking her guts out, allegedly, because she keeps claiming that she didn't puke. But we all know what happened. She's really not that smart. And I know Rev would like to say that she is a computer genius. But that's not his actual thoughts. Those aren't actually his thoughts. Those are the thoughts that's basically what Shanny's been coaching him to say on camera. Again, she might as well just shove her hand up his ass and talk for him. Because that's all good. That's what Jason is good for, is being a ventriloquist dummy.
Yeah, oh, you mean Ron's ex-girlfriend? Because they were together.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, Shanny. And again, Shanny went completely ballistic when talking about Miss Wonderful. I mean, she was comparing her pain to the night she got arrested. And of course, Jason wanted to talk about the whole incident regarding Negs and Mrs. Wonderful, but we all know that what happened in his stream. We all remember the time when Shanny had a meltdown on Jason's stream because she was reading the chat and looking at the comments that people are giving her, especially the words of support for Jason. Because we all know that Shanny, she's extremely paranoid. And the thing with paranoia is that it does play in with Shanny's egotism, is her paranoia.
Yeah, and because he said to me, he's like, "Oh, you don't think I won't stop?"
Exactly. He's a meat pup. Exactly. Exactly, Twisted Skeptic. He is a meat puppet.
For years, and then I find out, well, it's because you guys are dated. You're like a lover scorned. That's why you're bothering her for years.
Yeah.
And then I look into old Ron, and allegedly he has these people. I mean, he's like in his mid-40s.
Yeah.
Negs is the type of person who might claim that he knows the people from the dark web. I don't think he actually does know anyone from the dark web, but if anything, I kind of doubt that, even though he'll make threats about sending someone's information to hackers, and even going as far as to starting an assassination fund. I mean, that's how petty Negs is he's the type of person who would be willing to go many lengths to make his problems go away. I mean, he has made death threats to people numerous times. Oh, hey, Draven. Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that, Draven. Of course, Shanny is going to start threatening you on Twitter. I mean, that's a thing with Shanny, is that she and a bunch of other people so she and a group of the people that she surrounds herself with, they're the type of people who like to blame everybody but themselves for all their own problems. And they want to threaten everything under the sun to make all this drama go away. Yeah. I mean, Draven, I understand that you were doing your best to try to win Shanny's trust, or at least be nice with her, but Shanny doesn't know how to act nice. I mean, I know she did that with DC Media Fire, but I don't mean to sound sexist, because we all know that Shanny can't stand men. And I wouldn't call Jason a man. He's barely even a functioning male. He is more of a bitch than Shanny ever is. I wouldn't be surprised if Shanny forced Jason to transition into a lesbian.
Yeah. These people like Cat Scratch Granny and Straight Talk Up a Door Chick, they're like in their 50s.
Yeah.
Simping for Negs, giving him money. And apparently it's alleged. See, at least on my channel, I'll say it's alleged. I won't just roam with stuff I really don't know. He had sexual relations in the front of his house, in front of his mother's house.
I understand, Draven, that the quality was bad. I mean, don't get me wrong. I had shitty quality when it comes to streaming. I mean, I had an old laptop that I had for 6 years. 6 years I had a laptop. And it wasn't until last year, this Christmas, that I had to upgrade, because I had to upgrade. Luckily, it was the holiday season, and of course, my mother really does love me so much that she would buy a rent-to-own laptop for me for Christmas. And I love her for that. Shanny doesn't know how love actually works, because she's never shown that same love to her own children. I know that's off the subject, but I'd say go for it. But if you want to do like a stream where Shanny is making threats against you, go for it. Because we all know that Shanny will... Draven, I tried to warn you. I tried to warn you that Shanny is going to turn on you. I mean, we all know that Shanny is a manipulative, sociopathic monster, right? I tried to warn you that doing this interview was not a good idea. And for reasons is that because Shanny always likes to fabricate stories about people that whom she's comes in contact with, people that she has a gripe for, people like Drag, people like the Geek Room, Irate Alex, people who like talk about her, people who know her, and even her own family, she turns against them. She shuts them out. She throws them under the bus. She falsely she slanders them all the time. Like what Betty said, it covers for her mental illness. When she lies about people, it covers for the mental illness she has.
In his car with a child, like in the car.
Oh my god!
And wasn't Mrs. Fucking Wonderful?
I think it was.
Oh, hey, Rumor. Oh, was it? You know what? I heard that, and if
I
it was
that. I don't know if that's.
Don't worry. Oh, don't worry, Draven. You're gonna get a wrench too. And by wrench, I mean I'm gonna add you as a moderator too. I mean, if that's all right with you and Renee.
That's true. But either way, it's gross.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
go in your bedroom like an adult.
Yeah.
Okay. And like I said to you before, like, you know, whatever happened in the past is in the past. I'm just trying to understand how it all kind of went down. So Negs and Tragic sought you out.
Yeah. I don't seek anyone out.
No.
You see me. I keep to myself and I try to
Yeah.
make my own videos. It's usually people coming to me and then me responding.
Well, of course, Rev and Shanny, they are both pathological liars. Shanny and Rev, they are pathological liars. To a T.
To them.
And you know what the worst thing about that is, Draven, is that they expect everyone to accept their lies as truth. They're really not that smart. Neither of them are that smart. Rev might go on and say that Shanny is a computer whiz, but she can barely even muffle her. She can barely even turn off the camera to talk shit about her son. Even though she tried muting it, people can read her lips. People could read her lips when she threatened to hit her son. Allegedly.
Why I get in so much trouble?
Well, I'll tell you, I found you from Renee would watch. She watched Irate Alex when he was Irate Bear. Now, I have my own issues with the guy. I mean, he's cool. I know he also has BPD, but to me, he could be kind of hypocritical at times. Put
Exactly.
his foot in his mouth, so to speak.
Exactly, Dead Jason Todd. Like what Jonathan Green said, Rev is basically Shanny's meat puppet. He's basically a parrot. He repeats what Shanny says. Or She feeds him lines and he says it on camera. I mean, I get it that she's his wife, but sometimes you have to stand up for yourself. And there have been times where Rev would try to stand up to Shanny, but he does a piss poor job at it because, again, he never had any upbringing. He never had any structural upbringings when he growing up. I mean, after his dad died, his mother kind of coddled him in a way. And I don't know if Jason's mother taught him to shift the blame onto others, but that's basically a learned behavior that he got from I don't know, becoming a paranoid nut job after watching too many conspiracy theory videos back when he was still living in Scranton, Pennsylvania, on the same house that his mother left him after she died. Some of that inheritance money, I believe, went to booze and other drugs and some other recreational drugs.
So he changed his name to Irate Alex, but I know for one that he doesn't like, pedos. Neither do I. I'm sure neither do you, and neither does any parent. And I know that's kind of where I first got wind of you, like of who you were. And then
the nature thing. God, I didn't even know who he was.
Wait, who was calling you the new Negs, Draven? Exactly. She was in Dragic's Discord and he was building up a case. You can actually see that in this video that I bite my tongue a few times. Of course. And now, of course, and also I do agree with the yeah, it probably was a troll in your chat. And yes, Dead Jason Todd has a good point. Shanny was Rev's first love, and he would do anything to stay in her good graces. Even lie, bear false witness to keep her. I mean, I do genuinely believe that Rev does love Shanny, but Shanny doesn't know how to show that love back. And that's probably because she was hurt so many times. She never offered me money, in fact. She wanted me to pay her $500 to talk with them. Oh my God. They really must be desperate for money. I mean, if you're going to offer $5, that's basically... But then again, Shanny and Rev are F-list celebrities. Corgi. According to what Jason always says, they're F-list celebrities. More like F-list lolcows.
I had no idea who he was when I called him a pedo enabler. I was just going... I went into
The reason why Shanny called Irate Alex a pedo enabler was because he refused to do a video on Onision. I mean, Onision was basically becoming a dead topic at that time, and he was a really shitty person. An evil person.
I got into the cancel culture of Onision.
Yeah.
Of course, Shanny is into cancel culture because it's trendy and all the cool kids are doing it. She's a clout chaser. She likes to follow trends just so that people will pay attention to her.
Yes.
And everyone was calling him a pedo enabler, so I decided to call him a pedo enabler, not knowing who he was. Little did I know, he knew exactly who I was and did a bunch of videos on me because of that. And I'm like, ugh. Anyway.
I know I actually talked.
Okay, Draven. I'm going to send the link in Discord if you want to jump in. Yeah, I'd probably buy Rev a Baja Blast too. I'll send the link in the chat if you want to speak your piece. If you want to speak your piece, Draven, I sent the link in the chat. I mean,
there's some people in the geek room, and I'm like, I told them I wasn't gonna just hate on you without having any type of reason, and they're like, all right, that's fine. And as you remember, we were talking a little bit like in your chat, and the only time when I started to change.
Yeah, I understand that. Doing it all for the Baja Blast. Yeah. Let mommy know how much you want this Baja Blast. Whip.
Was Missy Ann thing. Now, I don't know for sure. I know that came from Tragic though, right? All that stuff that you heard.
Yes, everything about Missy Ann came from Tragic.
All Tragic.
Yeah.
All of it came from
Okay. And you know that
started in it, so that kind of gave it validity because he started talking about it.
Yeah. Because Missy, like you, has dealt with people bothering her, and where you get to a point you don't even want to talk about, you just snap. But I'll tell you, she is cool people. I think
Missy, she is a sweet person. She is a very sweet person, and she always knows how to cheer people up. She's a sweet girl.
I think you guys would get along.
I can believe that.
So
would it be wrong to see her as like a motherly figure? Wouldn't it be wrong to see Missy as like a motherly figure, even though she is a mother? Supportive.
Then, I'm sure you would apologize to her about that then, right?
Yeah. What was that again?
I'm saying I'm sure you would apologize to her about not and you said Tragic.
Oh yeah.
That's fine, Crash. That's fine. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I completely forgot FML has his stream on the same time I'm doing my stream. I completely forgot.
Yeah, I apologized to her already.
Okay, well that's good.
Because I
feel like a lot
so
of this.
Mad at those guys for bringing me into the drama after I literally said I don't want to be into drama anymore.
We all know that's a bald-faced lie, right? I mean, Shanny always likes to say that she's no longer looking for drama anymore. A few days later, she starts a new cycle of drama. She never keeps to her word. this is an addiction to her.
They start
Because
setting
I'm having really bad health problems, and because I have health problems, I got to take care of myself before I do things that are bad for my health, and drama is bad for your health.
And you know what else is bad for your health, Shanny? Overindulgence in processed substance. Overindulgence of substance, as well as lack of immobility and abuse of hallucinogenic properties that are supposed to be prescribed to you. The amount and dose, abusing the dosage of medicinal properties, medicinal substances, over abusing the dosage just to alleviate yourself from inner torment. So in a sense, obesity is bad for your health, Shanny, and I could see why you're having problems. But then again, you also might have some problems that stem from like a family bloodline. So like your mother and your siblings too. I mean, from the stream that Betty and Joe did, she did say that there was like some illness that might be genetic, that she recommended Shanny to get like a blood test to determine if this illness is genetic. But we all know Shanny refuses to go see a doctor because, as according to what Betty said, according to Shanny, if I die, then I'll be reunited with the Lord or something like that.
Unneeded stress that I don't need in my life because I need to stay alive for my sons. So, like, I'm mad.
Exactly. When Shanny says, I need to stay alive for my sons, we all know that that's a lie, right? I mean, we all know about the multiple suicide attempts that she has claimed to have that she's claimed that she is that she partook in multiple the times that Shanny claims to have attempted suicide. We've seen this. And of course, let's not forget the time when Rev went into the bathroom to console her as she was having her daily meltdown, crying about how she wanted to die and all that shit.
Mad at them over this, and now I know that they said they were just.
I'm okay.
Playing.
I'm okay. If I'm okay, yeah, I'm okay. It's just I am tired. I mean, I haven't had a decent night's sleep for a while. I mean, I spent 3 days in Phoenix with my brother and my mother when we went to celebrate her birthday this weekend, and it kind of left me a bit worn out. I mean, we had a lot of fun, but I nearly slept at all. I barely slept at all. Then again, I barely sleep anyways. And there you are. Oh, hey, Jake.
Hey, what's up, man? I was just waiting on Draven. I wanted to ask him a couple questions about the interview
All
we did,
Okay.
if that's cool.
All right, that's fine.
But I mean, if you want to go ahead with this show, I'll stay quiet.
Okay.
In me. That hurts so bad because that was like months.
Oh, hey, Draven. How are you doing?
Hey, what's up?
All right.
I was just setting up some. I was just setting up some things.
Nice background, dude.
Oh, thanks. Hold on. Let me just. Sometimes I accidentally, to get in, I had to go in through the what you call it, through the YouTube, and then sometimes I forget to turn off the YouTube.
Oh. Hey.
Yeah. So hey, what's up, Jake, Jonas?
What up?
Yeah. So I'm cool with answering a question, but just real quick, I just want to preface this. Rick knows. Rick, you know me, so Rick knows this was the intention. One thing I really wish I would have done going into it was try to explain to people that, and I did to some people in Discord, but apparently the person that did is not friends with some of the people that were on the stream. So they had no idea that I was literally like trying to. I mean, I really wouldn't say butter her up because I told her from the get-go, I need information, Shanny. The enemy and my enemy is my friend, even before we started. And I said, I can't, in good consciousness, I can't apologize for the racist stuff that you said. Because a lot of it has bothered me. I mean, she's talked a bit against Puerto Ricans, Italians, and I'm like, I appreciate sticking up for my wife, but that doesn't excuse all that. And I tried to give her so many times to say, do you have any regrets? Do you have to try to push that along? But when she came and told me that Rev got into that car accident at night, not during the day, that pissed me off. I saw the video that Rumor did. It was daytime. He was all while he's driving. You remember that video, Rick? Where Rev got he hit a car at the school when he was picking up.
Oh yeah, I remember that part. I remember that very well.
They lied to my face and said that happened at night, and I said that's not true. And I'm like, are you? I really didn't want to come at her so much, so I'm like, are you sure? And then she's like, oh, yeah. And then another thing that really bothered me was I'm like, I want some people to answer, to be able to answer questions or ask questions. She did not answer, or she tried to dance around. And I'm like,
of course,
yeah. And I'm like, Shanny, just please answer. And then that's when I came up with the bright idea. I said, if you were in a hospital, because I don't believe that. I said,
I don't believe that either.
I said, show the bracelet, Shanny. I said, why do I gotta do that? I said, you know why, Shanny? Because you said that you were in a hospital. You put it out there. So for them to believe you, and she just couldn't understand. I'm like, just show the bracelet. You don't need to show the discharge papers. You don't need to show what you guys talked about. Just show a bracelet. And she refused. And I sent her a message. I'm like, Shanny, show the bracelet. And she's like, no. And that's when I'm like, you know what? I got to end this. So that's when I realized, Rick, that you were right. Like she, I thought she was going to give me some information. So immediately right after it, and I don't know why her stream, I've done StreamYard so many times. Never a problem with the quality. I'm talking to you right now and you can see me. I can hear you. Nothing's all garbled. That video got all garbled. I noticed on the
then again,
chat was getting froze. One of the people that was on me, they got blocked by accident because the chat kind of everything started to freeze up, And then I'm like, I that's never happened. And I'm fairly new to the whole
Then again-
StreamYard thing. What?
Same. Well, when it comes to like the quality, I mean, yes, it's kind of a new thing for me as well. I mean, I did it last year, even though, but that was because I had an old model. As I had this new model, it's starting to look better.
Oh, I have a good computer. I have a good computer was plugged in. So, but what was weird is on the top left, you know where it says live, it's red, it has the countdown. There was this little it looked like your bar on your cell phone of like how much power or cell phone service you have, and that's when I noticed that something was weird with Shanny. And it said that it was limited and it might give me a problem. But when I was doing the interview, I mean, I know you were there, Rick.
I was there.
Me, Shanny came up garbled. I could see myself perfectly, but she kept on fading in and out, on my point of view. And I thought maybe because I know every video she makes, people copy it. So once everything got all garbled, and I was just kind of mad because, I'm like, what the hell did I do? That was almost 3 hours of me trying.
It was probably intentionally.
I was trying to bring it down to like an hour and a half. I was trying to push her to tell some truth. And I mean, the one thing that I found out, by kissing her ass and making her feel like, yeah, like everything, like talk to me, was that her friend Ash was in Tragic's Discord and she knows stuff because she was getting dick pics. I don't know who the Ash person is.
Ash is a kind of like she's kind of like a crackhead or a druggie. She was one of Shanny's she was one of Shanny's white knights / watchmen.
Okay. Because you know what, dude, I'm gonna take everyone's word for it now. If it's someone that's not cool, I shouldn't talk to them, because I was really trying to just butter her up to tell me some truth, and then it ended up people thinking that I'm on her side or she paid me money. Yeah.
You know damn well Shanny will never tell the truth. I mean, you've seen the interview that she did. She never, because if she ever told the truth, she wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah. Well, I did speak to some people that, I know I had a little outburst when the video, when this was happening. It was to gain trust. And, obviously it didn't work, but I thought maybe she'd be like, oh, okay, he's not like, I wasn't trying to fight anybody, you know what I mean? Or try to pick sides. I told her from the beginning, I'm looking for information. So she got mad. She did a video right after my video was done. And I said, I need to fix it. There were some parts you couldn't hear me at all. And I fixed it. That's the one you are playing now. But at the time, the video wasn't up fast enough. So Rev started to spam me and say, where's the video? Why are you afraid? I'm like, I'm not afraid. I'm working on, some personal stuff happened too. So, I was trying to juggle all that, but I'm like, I'm doing this. And then at first, I sent it unlisted to a couple friends in Discord. And I said, is this working for you guys? Can you hear it and everything? And see that I was trying to get information, and then people were like, oh, okay, it is working, you should make it public now, it's all good. So that's why yesterday I public the video, because all the people I trust in Discord were like, it's all good. I didn't like that Shanny started making videos about me in her store, Shanny, saying that I was afraid of nags and that, you should not listen to what these people say. Like, she had the wrong idea of why it wasn't out yet. And then as soon as it comes out, she if you look on this, if you actually scroll down, you'll see that I have a highlighted comment. I said, I try to do this, but because of her flip-flopping, she did not like that word. She said flip-flopping. Oh, I don't know if it's weird. Like, Rev said something, like he freaked out at me. Fuck you.
When did all these conversations happen exactly?
What?
When did this conversation happen between you and Shanny and Rev,
Oh.
where you're saying she's flip flopping, and when did all that happen?
Right after, as soon as I made the video, and first it was unlisted, so I said,
So like none of it's recorded though.
It's on here. Yeah, I wrote. Look, right here. I know she flip flops 5 days ago. You see that right there? Like right
I know. I saw that.
Yeah, so I know she flip flops, but I had to try to get the information out of her, which I told her from the beginning. But what I said to her, I started saying to her in a private chat, I said, Shanny, if you're gonna lie and flip flop, we can't do this because they know that you're lying. Can you please just tell the truth? And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm gonna leave. And I'm like, yo, don't leave. So like the whole time that the video was happening, I wasn't even watching the chat. I was trying to talk to her privately, say, yo, they know you're lying, Shanny. Please just tell the truth. You don't know how much it will help if you tell the truth. So I didn't think that this was that bad because she flip-flopped. She lied to me. She said that she was in the hospital, but she doesn't have a bracelet. She said that Jason had that accident at night, but we seen the video. It was during the day. She said she's only said the N-word once when we all saw, and I even told her, I said, I saw that you wrote it to Jason in a text message. And Jason had his text messages up on the screen. And she was like, that, she called him the N-word, like drag, and just like so nonchalantly. She was just like,
and the Geek Room and Black Guy TV and several others in the
community. And even
not just drag,
Miss Parker
said word for word, the Geek Room are N-word, 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 N-words. That was the whole video.
And she said that white content creators can't have Miss Parker and Black Guy TV. She said, Draven, you better not have him on. And I said to him, and I even said in my video from the beginning, I'm like, Dries is cool as hell. He's my friend. I'm like, I'm not going to listen to you. And I said, secondly, Shanny, I'm not white. I'm Italian, I'm Puerto Rican, Irish. I agree. I'm a little mix of everything. So I don't consider myself white. So I'm like, you don't have to worry about that. He's not saying words to shut my channel down. And Black Eye TV is my good buddy. We geek out. We're like nerds. And, I really like him.
Yeah, Dries is really cool. He's a really cool dude.
She was trying to tell me not to put him in my videos anymore. And I'm like,
then again, no. Shanny hates. Well, that's because she doesn't want people to know how much of a degenerate she really is. I mean, she is a pathological liar, an extreme pathological liar.
Yeah, but I think we all know that by now, right? Like, that's not
exactly.
Secret.
Yeah, right, I was just trying to get some stuff, but here, I'll try to show you this. It's so weird.
All right, because I definitely have some questions I want to get to before too long.
Yeah, no problem. But first, Rick, is there a way that where I say about the flip flopping, the replies, Jason's not in that reply, huh?
Of course not.
Yeah, because here, I'll show you.
Because
it's like blocked out.
Well, that's because they we all know Shanny and Rev like to delete comments because they wouldn't want people to know that they are shitbags.
I'm trying to show my cell phone,
but
just to show you like proof. I can read the first part. He says flip flops. What? So you're an asshole too. Info. What info? More lies. We told you everything. What? No, you didn't.
No,
he didn't. I
exactly.
Asked, and I was like, come on, dude. I said to him the private thing in the corner. I'm like, please, guys, don't you understand? If you just give them some truth and say, okay, at least own up to it. All this stuff. How can I believe what you're saying now? What tragic or sent to nags? How can I believe that if you just can't say, yeah, Jason hit a car during the day? I was like, please. And I was like, you don't know how bad this looks for you. And, and like, I feel like at first I'm like, oh man, people are thinking that I'm on their side. I'm like, I'm totally not. Like, no way. Someone does something cool for me, I will never forget it. But I can't ever forget the remarks because it offends me too. And the fact that she started lying to my face, it really started to push me back to. That's why my friend Rick told me not to talk to her.
Exactly.
Right? You were doing it to protect me, right?
I was trying to protect you because we all know damn well that Shanny will use this stream against you. Use what you, and she'll spin up some false narrative to make you the bad guy. She's done this with so many people. Hell, she's even done this to her family.
Hey, Dead Jason Todd and Twisted Skeptic. And
Hey.
Jules. What's up, Jules and Aries? I just saw that they're all in the chat. All right.
I know.
Jake, I know you want to have some questions for me. That's fine. A real quick question for you, if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Where are you from? Are you from Fun Brigade?
I mean, I guess you could say I'm from the Geek Room because I started watching those guys like 5 years ago, but I am in pretty much everybody's Discord at this point. Grampy, Drees, Drag.
Okay.
Hannibal and Monty. I know I'm missing more.
Secular.
Secular? No, I'm actually not in that one. I'm in Underhaven, Geek Room, Monty, and Hannibal, Drag, Widow's Son.
Were we talking in Drees' Discord, dude, a little bit ago?
Maybe a few months ago. I don't really say a whole lot in Drees' Discord other than like you can find me in the voice chat quite a bit.
Yeah, because I was in there talking before I released this. I was in there talking about I needed, because they told me, they're like, you need to release the you need to release the video ASAP because if you hold it back, it's not gonna look good for you. And at the time, I'm like, yeah, I'm working on it. I'm like, I hope I will get made fun of, but I was trying to say my case like I was just trying to get information out of this.
Yeah, woman. I plan to bring that up, but my first question was, were you aware or did you see any of the times I directly tagged your name that was like, yo, Rumor Research Lab is timing me out alone for picking on Shanny when there was probably 100 other people picking on Shanny? Did you know that was going on?
No.
Actually, let me add to that. Did you know she was also talking shit about people in the Geek Room, people in Drees' Discord? I would assume people in Drag's Discord, since we're all kind of interloped at this point. Were you aware she was talking about a lot of the people in the community?
I've never heard of that.
Because I'll give you a little background. She made a video about why minimum wage shouldn't be raised, that she pays too much in taxes, da-da-da-da-da. And I tried to explain to her that something like minimum wage being raised actually would lower her taxes because then jobs would be required to pay people X amount of dollars and they would less likely use social programs like welfare, food stamps, et cetera, et cetera. And from there, she decided to tell me that all disabled people, like myself, I'm disabled. All disabled people are lazy. They just don't want to work. I fake my disability, and I'm just lazy and refuse to work. That people on welfare are all lazy and refuse to work and don't deserve to make minimum wage because they're on welfare. So I went ahead and told her she's a cunt because that's a cunt move. And the message after that was... more shit about welfare people, but then this last part was that people on welfare or people on disability like myself should just off themselves so her taxes don't get raised any higher.
Okay.
Are you aware that she says that kind of shit to me and then is timing me out in your stream? Because it kind of seems like you would have to be blind to miss me tagging you like 6 times to be like, yo, dude, why am I being timed out? Like honestly, at first I thought it was you. And somebody texted me to be like, it's definitely rumors. So I don't know if you're aware, like one of your mods is talking shit about people you're supposed to be cool with and definitely singling me out for a personal beef that she has with me because apparently I make her taxes really high.
Okay. I do have some things I can say to you about what I do know.
Liquid Shanny?
No,
that's why I called rumor Liquid Shanny.
I spoke to Drees and he said that do you do you know that that rumor timed out Jake Jonas? And I said, no, I didn't.
Yeah,
because-
like 5 times too, not just like
Really?
once. Yeah.
Wow.
And people like were saying free Jake Jonas in your chat. I mean, if you weren't watching the chat, you weren't watching the chat. But if you were, like, it's pretty hard to not notice because I mean, it went on for like an hour, and every time I would get off of timeout, I would be like, why is rumor timing me out?
I'm religious. I swear to God, I had no idea that this was happening. Dries did tell me. You can ask him. He brought it to my attention, and I was like, oh, I had no idea. So, because I thought at first a rogue mod was going rogue and timing people out. I don't want no one being. The only way I would want someone timed out is if they did something like, really, 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 really bad that could get me or my channel into trouble. Or if they showed a dox or something, that's when I want someone timed out, for normal stuff.
Exactly.
Having your opinions is fine with me.
It was literally just picking on Shanny. I mean, that's all I was doing was every time she would tell a lie, I would be like, that's a lie. And then I would explain, like when she was talking about being faithful to Jason, I happened to mention that, and she went on and on and on your stream about that she never had phone sex with Rev while she was still with Chris, living with Chris's mom. And we all know that's not true. There's a video of it.
I know. I saw that video.
I have total respect for people with disabilities. It's definitely.
Well, it's not about that. I don't. It's not about that. I obviously rumor doesn't. I just thought it was odd that she basically is gonna. If I were in her stream, I would expect to be timed out. But
so she literally just.
So it's kind of like if you can follow me here, it's kind of like. So it's your channel, so you have a mod that's throwing people out of your chat, so it's kind of like your responsibility, right? And I'm not saying it's your fault, but at the same time, dude, if you have a mod timing people out and there's people in the chat like, yo, why is this happening?
I had no idea.
When you talked about you wanted to unprivate the video, why did it take you days? Why didn't you just like release it right away? Because you brought up it doesn't look good. Well, I'll go further. It makes you look like you were trying to hide the stream. Because to be honest with you, and I'm going to be as nice as this as possible, you came off as a complete ass kisser trying to play both sides. You didn't come off as like a friend to Dries, a friend to the Geek Room, a friend to anybody in the community. And Shanny and Rev have said some pretty goddamn horrible things about a lot of people in the community. And you might not know, but after Frank and Bran from the Geek Room, they had a friend pass away. Shanny made a video laughing about it and how her god was taking care of her enemies and joked about it.
I saw that. I remember that.
That's what I was trying to ask her. Why does she say God does this for her? Why does she call herself Sandalphon? I said, doesn't make sense. Where's this for Christ come on? And then that's where she started to say that she used to be an atheist and all this stuff. And I said, did you know? I actually did bring that up. I said, I heard that, a friend passed away. She says she apologized, and I didn't want to go further.
She never apologized, I guess.
No, her apology was, if I hurt your feelings, sorry that you felt that way. That was her. You know what I mean? Oh, if I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry you got your feelings hurt. It wasn't like I'm sorry for what I did or I'm sorry for what I said. It was like basically like fuck you. Fuck your feelings. But
you have to understand about this is that Shanny has no empathy for anyone.
So how long have you been watching Shanny and Rev, Draven?
This year.
Just being honest, did you really think you were going to get the truth out of those guys? Because dude, it really came off like you were playing both sides and being friends with them.
How was I playing both sides?
I could understand when you said I can't just tweak out on them because they'll leave. But a lot of people in the chat were asking really good questions, and not one of them.
I tried to answer some of those questions, but
you actually didn't. Hold up, let me finish. You actually didn't, and you kept being like, "Well, if I ask her that, I'm just being bombarded right here. If I ask her that, you definitely should have been more aggressive with them because because
tried
what
to,
it did
man.
was you gave them a platform to talk their shit, basically. And
Exactly.
so Rev on that stream happened to say that he's just tired of all of it and he's tired of being a dick to everyone. And maybe you didn't know, but there's a person named Holy Spackle who's also in the community. And Rev
I
told
don't
her
know
to
them.
jump off a bridge the very next day. It's a her. But Rev
Yeah,
told
and
her
I
to
don't-
jump
I
off
don't
a
know
bridge
her.
the very next day. This is nice guy Rev the night before that you platformed, telling everyone he's just going to be a good guy from now on. And not like, I don't know if it came on, if it was naivety on your part or if
I
you
said
were
that he's
like
going to be a good guy
afraid
from
to
now on. I
confront
said
them.
that
No.
they
No.
should chill
Rev
out from
said,
now on, you know?
Rev said he was going to be a good guy from now on.
Oh.
And there were several points where I think anybody who has watched them for more than 20 minutes would say bullshit and call him on it. You don't have to be like, you fucking fat piece of shit. You could definitely be like, okay, Shanny, well, you just said this, but we have video of you doing this, you know?
They'll retcon it.
So I didn't understand why you, instead of asking them questions that people wanted asked, and a lot of those questions were really respectful and were like, Shanny, why did you say this if now you're saying that, as an example? So I guess I didn't understand why you just completely avoided it and seemed to avoid asking them tough questions. Sorry, Rick, I don't mean to interrupt you.
That's okay.
I wasn't trying to, man. Like I said, at the time, because of everything that's been going down with my wife, I really needed to get to the bottom of what she knew about that, because it's been causing us so much stress. I know people hate her. A lot of the stuff I haven't been around about, but everyone that on, like, you're talking about the groups and everything, they know now. I've all talked to them all individually. They know that I was just trying to get some information about them. Now,
Are you aware that Rev was giving Neg super chats like 2 days before Shanny and Rev decided to tell you how shitty Negs was? Like, I mean, if you're just naive to the situation, that's one thing.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, was this, you give us this amount of money and we'll go after that? Because, dude, they went after me too. Shanny went after me.
Here's how I see it, man. I see it like they used you to get onto a platform where a lot of us watch and make a fool of you by being like, no, we don't do these things. We're innocent. We don't provoke fights. I said the N-word once and I'm so sorry for it. No, I mean,
which I knew I knew that part was a lie. And then she thinks I used them. But dude, Jake, all I could say, listen, all I could tell you is what I know from here. First of all, I'm not really, I'm cool with people, but I don't feel like I'm, like, I'm with a lot of different groups. Like, I like Sinatra Says, and stuff with Irate Alex and them. I know them really, really well. I watch a lot of different people. The Geek Room started to promote my stuff, and I was appreciative of that. But I did not know.
Can I ask you a question about that?
All right. Well, hold on. Let me finish.
All right, because it concerns the Geek Room.
Yeah, that's fine. So I knew some stuff. I didn't know everything. She'd ask. I see the questions and I try to ask the questions, and she'd send me in a private chat like, that's the same question. That goes back to racist and the N-word. I'm not gonna answer it. Don't even try. And I'm like, dude, but it's not really. She tried to like say in the private chat that this question means this question. And I was just trying to move on and trying to get as much as I could. I know I don't know a lot about everything, but I didn't want to turn
It's better if you didn't.
Yeah, about, like I said, I don't know about the friend who passed away. Of course, if she says that and God did that, that is horrible. Now, with the thing with you and Rumor, Dries did tell me like that I guess you two don't get along. Now, Rumor's been a couple of my streams. If you look at any of my streams, this one is the only one that she's ever timed out anyone ever. So I've never seen her go after anybody on my streams prior to that one. If you're saying that she just goes after people randomly, I'll talk to her about that.
No, she wasn't timing anybody else out. She was just talking a bunch of shit about the Geek Room guys, especially because of the whole. Basically, she got butthurt when one time she was in a Geek Room stream and they made a video about Trump because Trump's absolutely an idiot clown that tried to destroy this country for 4 years.
Yeah,
And
well,
she
I
got
mean,
butthurt about it and was in the chat like, I
Well,
didn't come here for
you don't think
politics.
Joe
I
Biden's
came here
better,
for this
though,
and
right?
that."
Well,
Huh?
Rumor's a Trump supporter.
Okay. Hey, I'm a
I wouldn't
Tulsi Gabbard supporter.
I don't think Biden's a great guy. He's not going to get leftist ideas passed. Probably he's he's always been a very corporate friendly Democrat.
Forever. And
At
dude,
the same time,
Interest.
I don't see Joe Biden platforming Nazis on TV. And if you remember, the first speech Trump ever gave was the Mexico's not bringing good people. They're bringing rapists. They're bringing drug dealers. They're bringing criminals. Like, so anybody who's going to defend Trump and say it's not about racism, it was about racism. The Ku Klux Klan endorsed the guy. He accepted the endorsement.
You're talking
Neo-Nazis
about
marched
David
like,
Duke, right?
Dude, neo-Nazis marched with Trump.
He was talking
people.
about how bad of a guy he was since 1990. Actually,
I mean,
I'm just saying, all the rest
basically,
of the stuff, you're 100%
Rumor's a Trump
right.
person and cannot handle when the rest of the community who does not agree thinks Trump is a buffoon. And
Like I said, I would have loved Tulsi Gabbard. I thought she was great. I really wanted her to be the first female president. I don't know if you agree, Jake. Did you think Tulsi Gabbard was good?
I did. I used to really like Tully because she was progressive at one point.
She was great.
Getting into the
She's
9/11
young.
truther stuff and the various conspiracy.
QAnon.
No,
Yeah.
she didn't go
QAnon.
full. She didn't go full QAnon, but
Thank God.
just
Yeah.
Tulsi said 3 or 4 things over the course of Trump's presidency. 3 or 4 or 5 things that I was like, that's really troubling. But it's not to the point where I would consider her, a Trump person.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a Bernie socialist.
Kind of like, yeah.
Democratic socialism is basically what I think would be the best option.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I
At the
was
same
on
time,
Bernie's
like-
side until he said he was with Hillary, and I'm like, really? You're with her?
But
I feel like
at the
Bernie
same
could have
time,
won
like
the presidency in 2016.
I feel like I can have discussions with people and disagree with them without them having to tell me I refuse to work and people like myself should fucking die because
Oh no, definitely.
we raise
You're-
other people's taxes.
I mean,
So at that
you're in
point, it's
America,
like,
right?
fuck rumor research.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
you know what I
in-
mean? Wouldn't
yeah,
you,
you're
if
in
somebody
America,
said that
right?
about yourself or your wife, wouldn't you be like, fuck that person?
Yeah, you're from America, right? You live
Yeah.
in America.
Upstate New
Okay,
York,
then.
man. All my life.
You have okay. Yeah, I love New York, man. I've been to Roseland Ballroom several times in my life. Great concerts, but you have the right to your own opinions. I agree with that.
Everybody's
Definitely.
entitled to their own opinions.
People on disability, they're not lazy. There's so much. I mean, number one, the jobs that our grandparents had, they're just non-existent now because China and everything had built up their middle class. I mean, I try not to get involved in politics. I don't like either
politics.
one. I don't like left or right side. I think our problem is America against the CCP, which is the Chinese Communist Party. They're the ones that we need to worry about. People should look into them. Build back better, all that stuff. It's not good.
I guess if China was so against us, they would just pull all the money that they loaned us out at once and crash our economy, since it's like in the trillions of dollars.
Yeah,
So
well, I don't think
China's as big of a threat as people make it out to be. I didn't even want to talk about politics. I just had a lot of questions about this stream.
I don't want people to think. I agree. I accept or I appreciate anyone's opinion, though, 100%.
I did
You can
want
have
to
an
get
Me
opinion.
too.
when you mentioned the geek room is I gotta tell you, one thing that really turned me off from you was when you made that video about Frank. And this is not endorsed by the geek room. They didn't ask me to say this. They probably
Oh, you
actually
mean
are going to get pissed I said
ago?
this. But yeah, like Frank is one of my best friends on here, and I think it was kind of shitty of you to turn on him in like 30 seconds. You put a video out right away without even talking to the guy.
No, that's not.
I had been meaning to
That's
ask
not
you about
true.
that. So like,
In 30 seconds, I turned on him? No, that's not. It was 2 months actually. But
it
yeah,
wasn't 2 months later that you put a video out about
or
Frank.
it was a month.
Come on,
I'm sorry,
it was
a
the
month
same
later.
day.
I still
It was-
am.
No, it wasn't the same day.
I can explain the whole situation if you want. I mean,
You can't, because Jake.
Yeah,
with all
I
due
can.
respect,
Listen.
you don't know everything.
I will, right now.
You don't know about
there was
the
litigation
female.
that was going to happen over Negs. Everybody was asked not to
Okay.
talk about him.
Let him speak.
You twice decided to go after him. Apparently threatened him. Is that true that you threatened to kick his ass or fight him?
He sent a.
I didn't ask what he
First-
sent.
First he sent a thing saying that everyone on the Geek Room panel should die. That was including my wife.
But
She
that's
was a guest.
Negs. He got what he wanted from you, man. By
Hold on,
triggering
I'm
you,
explaining.
you
He
poked
said
at him.
everyone on the Geek Room panel should die, and my wife was just a guest on the Devil's Lettuce. So featured guest one time, a one-off thing, and I was like, not. I sent him a message. I said, not everyone on there should die. I said, if someone says something, you have a problem with Jello. I said, my wife has nothing to do with this. She's a great person, and I said, you know what? And Frank's also a good person as well. So not everybody. And he was like, who are you? Blah, blah, fuck you, Castle Doctrine. Because I was like, Castle Doctrine. I'm like, can you stop talking about them? I said, I'll smack the bitch out of you. And he said, Castle Doctrine, you come to my house, I'll shoot you in the face. My wife saw this and said, yo.
That's basically Negs. That's
Yeah,
basically
he
the
said, but
Negs.
You realize he
you're gonna
baited
shoot
you
him
by
over
doing
this?
that, though, right? He baited you, and then he got what he wanted out of you.
No, he didn't.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he did,
said
because you went
everybody
after
should
him.
die, and I'm not going to let that happen. I'm not going to sit by. And
Let me
like I
ask
said,
you this
was
question.
in the past, but I wasn't going to sit by.
Did
then
you understand
right away,
that?
he sent
Dude.
me a DM with my wife's name on it with a
Look,
different
I don't
last
care
name.
what Negs said to you. I'm asking you what you said. I don't care. Negs has said some of the worst things you'll ever hear about me personally, multiple times. Who
Okay.
cares? Who
If
cares?
you didn't
He's
say
all
something,
talk.
that's you. We're different people. When
He's,
someone
you wouldn't think
sends
he's going
a
to show up at
fake-
your house and harm you, dude? Are you
No,
kidding me?
no one has the balls to show up to my house and harm me. No one has the
Okay.
balls. They don't.
Okay.
They
Okay.
don't. No one has the balls, dude. I'm 6 feet.
This is what I'm talking about. Don't invite that kind of shit. Don't
Yeah.
I'm not inviting
don't
anyone.
don't make comments that could be perceived as threatening, because that's what it
If
sounds
someone
like.
tries to come to my house to fight me, I
Bert?
hope that they're ready to do these.
Draven.
Awesome, you're the toughest. Did
Draven.
you or did you not
House.
poke at Negs after you were told to stop poking at Negs? When you and Renee, and I don't even
Yeah, it
hold
doesn't
Renee
do
in
it,
this
Renee.
conversation, because I have
She's
nothing
not
against
here,
her.
so
This
she
is
can't
with
be
you.
in a. And that's a problem. Jerks like Wilson said that Renee was in
Yo,
this video.
Wilson's a really good dude, actually. I've known
Not
him for a
really.
while, and he's
Is
a
he
really
in
nice
this
Draven.
video? Is he in this video? No. But he said that I don't know what Draven and Renee are doing. Renee had nothing to do with this. I was just trying to get
Yado's
information.
got a point. Yado's got a point. It's my stream, Draven. So I'm sorry to cut you off, but
Oh,
you
I mean,
see,
I could have broke it down in 30 seconds, not this whole long thing.
exactly.
broken what down in 30 seconds? I don't,
The whole-
know-
this whole statement regarding
Everyone was asked not to poke at Negs. You decided to anyway, after being asked not to.
that's
That's what happened.
Not how
There's
it
no,
went down.
oh, this is why it happened.
That's
I don't
not
care
how
why
that
it
went
happened.
Yeah, I agree. Wilson is good.
So
Well,
after
it's just,
that,
I didn't like what he said. He said Renee's in this video.
so after
Renee's
that, you
not
got
in this
mad
video.
again when people didn't come to your rescue and fight your battle for you again. And that
Who?
day, you made a
What
video
battle?
about Frank, and we all know what happened because Billy talked to you. And it's a good thing it wasn't me, because I was fucking pissed, dude.
Why would it be
Like,
you? You don't
If
even
you
know
turn
what went
if
down.
you turn on somebody the same day as you're saying they're your boy, I mean,
I didn't turn on anyone on the same
so
day.
that was like
You
a
don't know-
big
you don't-
a
you're
big
not-
strike in my head. So when I hear
Okay.
you say, "Oh, I had no idea that rumor
That's
was
not.
timing you out," how do I know?
I don't. I had no idea. The only time she's ever timed out anyone was that one video. Dries told me. He said, "Listen, they don't like each other." I had no idea, dude. I had no idea.
Do you think it's a fair criticism that people are like, you totally just kissed their ass and didn't ask them anything?
No, because I
Do you
did ask
think
them
it's a
stuff.
fair
I asked them
criticism?
about the.
Like what? Can you run it
Good for
down?
you, Jules. Good for you.
I asked them about the car accident. They lied and told me it was at night. I said, Shanny, if you're into the hospital, where's your
Draven!
bracelet?
Draven, I'm sorry to say this, but you said that. I mean, I know I have problems with repeating everything, but look, you have to take this at face value. Shanny refuses to accept the truth.
Okay, you're right. I'm just saying, you guys don't know the different. You don't know the whole story. And I don't want to go into it because a lot of stuff's already
I watched
done.
the whole stream front to back, and then other people wanted to see it, and it was privated right away, and I didn't get that. And people were like, well, what is he trying to hide? And I honestly, dude, I think it's because you spent 3 hours giving them a platform and kissing their ass rather than being like, hey, these people that are supposed to be your friends in the community, they said these horrible fucking things, threatened these horrible fucking things. Do I know Shanny has swatted people or doxed people? I don't. But would I put it past her? Fuck no.
And that's another thing. I said, why are you saying you're swatted when we know for a fact that there was no.
But you never came at them like that. You never even confronted them.
I told you there's a difference between swatting
Draven, I warned him.
A wellness check.
I warned you, Jason. I warned you not to do the interview. I told you that it was going to be a waste of your time.
I think it's fine to do an interview. I just think it's not cool to just let them ramble about how great of people they are.
I was trying to get the information. If someone came at you, Jake,
Wilson,
I didn't know that.
If you want to get in the stream, link is in the chat.
People have come at me. Negs and his whole dumb community have come at me. You just brush it off, dude.
I didn't know that no one came at
me. For future reference, you'll save yourself a lot of headache if you just let Negs say what he's going to say and ignore it. Because when you poke back at him and fuck with him, that's what he wants.
I did block him.
He's duping you.
Okay.
Ignore him. Pretend he doesn't exist. Now, Wilson.
No, Jake, I don't know.
And yeah, like Red Shot said, I don't know. Wilson's my boy. He's a stand-up dude. I had
a death in my family, so I'm sorry if I'm not able to.
That isn't an excuse, Draven.
No, I'm not going to say it's not an excuse, man. I'm not going that far.
Dude, I understand your pain.
I apologize.
My own sister, man, it's not an excuse, and it happened in May, and I wasn't even able to say goodbye. So I'm sorry if I'm not doing everything perfectly up to standard. Like I said, if someone came at you, Jake, about your disability, that's very serious to me. Because people have What I'm trying to say, people have PTSD. Of course, it's serious to me, and I will find out. I will get to the bottom of this. And if she can't do that, then things will be.
Is it true you or not? You unmodded her because a lot of people are saying you unmodded her.
What happened was when the internet was messing up.
Never go full G, man.
I was trying to time out someone who was a spammer, and for some reason it must have pushed off. And
don't you have to go through like a whole settings page and go back into your YouTube account? Because I don't know tons about YouTube, but I'm pretty sure you can't just.
Wilson,
it was on the street.
Yo.
What's up, Wilson?
Howdy.
Like I said, my wife was not in my video, so I don't appreciate someone saying that she was in the video. She had no idea
I said
that
10 minutes ago. I have no issue with Renee whatsoever.
I'm just trying to state that, okay? So that's that, and I don't know what else to say. I wasn't trying to give no one a platform. If you think that, Jake, I'm sorry about that.
I do, man. I'm sorry, but I do. I wish I did.
Why would I give them a platform?
I was asking that question for 3 hours. I don't know.
My question right now is, what the fuck did I do?
Yeah, what did he do?
Yeah, really.
I heard, dude, you and me, we all made a video about horror, and I thought it was good, right? But you said in a Grampy Lobster thing, I don't know what Draven and Crazy Renee are doing. Like, if you don't know what I'm doing, then you shouldn't watch me. I thought we were cool. But my wife is not even in here. So please don't include her. And if I was trying to get information about Shanny, obviously that was wrong. And believe me, if I ever get to talk to her again, it'll be different.
Hang on, Draven, have you and I ever spoken?
Yes, we did.
When?
In your video.
What video? I don't fucking make videos.
I think he was referring to the Geek Room stream.
No, we did a thing about horror.
Well, Wilson is a member.
Yeah, he is a member of the Geek Room.
What does that mean?
He's a member.
If you watch the Geek Room, that's a running joke that Indiana Soft Hands has repeatedly said that there's
Yes, I spend $5 a month or whatever,
Okay.
the monthly amount. I am technically a member of the Geek Room, but I'm not a channel member of the Geek Room.
But that's the joke. Is Neg said he
Uh,
wouldn't come on to talk about the shit he said because there's
when did we ever have a video talking about horror?
I could have sworn we did.
Okay, where?
On one of your friends.
Who?
streams. I can't remember them right now, but I know we
Your
never
s-
talked about horror.
Okay, well, like I've got a fairly close knit circle of friends.
I could have sworn we did, but anyway,
Just rattle off a channel right now, off the top of your head,
I can't
and
remember, man. A lot has.
that's why I said just rattle off a channel name, and let's see if it sticks.
Draven?
Okay, let's see if it sticks. We did a video.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never done a fucking video with you. I know that for goddamn certain.
Yeah.
It was
You're
Brent
not-
on your
you're
internet.
not- You're not the police officer then.
It was
That's
yeah.
Nightmare.
That's Nightmare's the police officer.
Okay, well, I've never done a video with Nightmare.
That
Are
was
you
Brent.
Are you thinking of Discord and not so much videos?
No, it was a video that we were
It was
talking
on-
about.
Okay, well, I've never been in a video with Nightmare or you talking about horror movies.
I think it was on a. I think he mistook you for someone, Wilson, because you and Brand. Because I did it
Never
the same
did,
thing with you
that too.
and Brand. You and Brand. I kind of
What?
'cause the
I
voices were
don't
different.
understand like these.
it's a crazy, bizarre cycle because
Okay.
it's
Well, like I
it's-
said, it actually did work because I was able to find out about this person, Ash. Apparently, this Ash person was in the Discord, has the information I need. I just need to find Ash.
I think he's mad at himself, Kermit.
Ash,
Rick.
you mean the mod of Shanny streams?
I don't
Ash?
know. Who,
Yes.
I don't know.
Justin.
Again, I don't know who.
Oh,
the person
so
is. I
you're
need to
talking about Leatherface,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
I
one of
don't
the
know
cam
this
whore.
person. I need to talk to some people to find out who exactly this person is, and if they're not a liar, then I shouldn't even talk to them. But
Who
apparently,
what person
Ash was
is?
Ash is basically one of Shanny's watchmen.
Ash got pictures of Tragic's dick and Nag's dick, according to Shanny.
cares?
Well,
Why do you care?
Why do you
Why the
care?
fuck do you care
why do
about
I
that
care?
shit?
Why do
She's
you
just
care?
saying that she was given all this stuff in a Discord that has people that I know in there that shouldn't be in a Discord. Okay.
Okay, well,
I am so
I've
Well,
seen
that's the
pictures. I have seen pictures of Rev's dick on fucking Discord.
All right. No.
I'm still
no,
trying to drink that away. I can't do it.
then I-
I have seen Shanny's spread eagle. I still can't drink that away.
All right.
Why the
Well,
fuck do you give a shit?
Dude,
Hearing-
it's
Wilson,
because I need to
this
get
is exactly why I
information.
refuse to watch it.
But
God
if you're
damn it! I
saying,
knew I
Wilson,
made
if
the
I
you're
am
saying
so-
you and me are cool, we could squash beef right now and say we're cool. I thought you were someone different. If I didn't do that video with you, sorry.
I've never done a fucking video with you, Draven.
All right.
I don't know what the fuck you're
I'm
talking
Brian.
about.
freaking out.
God damn it! God damn it,
All right,
Brand.
all right. Well, Rick, thanks so much for having me. Like I said, I got this information about Ash. I don't know who Ash is. If you're saying Ash
She's
is
a
not
shit
someone,
person, is who she
She's
is.
a bitch.
You,
She's a
they're
complete
people you
cunt.
should be avoiding, man. Fuck them.
all right,
You
well,
gotta
I guess-
ignore these
friends.
people. Ignore.
why-
Pretend they don't exist.
Why do you want pictures of
I
Indiana
don't want
Softhand's
pictures.
dick?
God, yo, why are you switching stuff around?
Because you said you were trying to find Ash because they had
Because
pictures of
I wanna
Tragic
be-
dick and Meg's dick. That's why I fucking asked, dude. Like,
No, you must be like young,
No.
in your 20s.
What
Yeah.
fucking video was I
I
in
actually-
you?
yeah,
Like,
Porn.
You weren't in the video then, man. My
I
mistake.
just turned 20
My
the other
God.
day, actually.
Yeah, dude, because you guys are like, well, no, like, you don't like.
He's-
I can
'cause
tell you're young because
Draven is
like
still
I'm
new
on
to
the
this.
next thing and you're still talking about some other thing.
It's
Okay.
old
Trying to
news,
get
Draven.
information
It's
to
old
go
news.
against people.
I can't help
Draven,
my
like,
No,
age.
it's not
That's
all.
ages.
Draven, like flat out. Like, I'm gonna be real with you.
Okay.
How old are you?
Oh crap. Oh damn.
And he's gone.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus fucking Christ, man! Like, what the fuck did I just fucking step into?
I'm
I am
sorry to do that to you, Rick. I just I had a couple questions that have irked me for months, and I didn't get a single one answered. I got, well, this is why, this is why, this is
I got
why.
a message from a goddamn whore, and saying like, "Hey, such and such is dropping your name. Here's the link."
Yeah, the thing with Draven, he's got this. He could be a nice guy at times, but right now he's in a fragile state. I mean, I can understand what's going on, but sometimes when you gotta like risk your own personal emotional shit just for the sake of trying to please others.
Dude, all I want is for him to, he doesn't have to scream and holler at Shanny, but to just let them ramble for 3 hours about how fucking great of people they are when they've shit on everybody in this community. That doesn't fly with me. Either does fucking making a video about Frank, who's like the nicest guy out of everybody.
Frank is a good guy. I agree.
He's the
Frank
nicest guy out of everybody in the whole community. He's the fucking teddy bear, you know?
He's basically the dad of this community.
No, not at all. Not at all, dude. I'm gonna hop off, man. I'm sorry to do that to you, Rick. I didn't want to hear you fucking make excuses about that stream, because that was a shit show. And any one of us would have at least been like, Shanny, you're fucking lying. This is what happened, instead of, you know.
Well, once again, like.
Yeah, Wilson, I don't know where the fuck that came from, but I stick up for you.
I'm still trying to figure out like what video I've ever been in a stream with Draven.
I think he mistook you for. I think he mistook Bran for you because of the voice.
I sound nothing like Bran.
I know. It's just it kind of when it comes to, because I get that problem.
Movie guy.
Yeah, Bran's the horror movie dude.
Okay, well, maybe Bran, but like me and Bran, like we sound nothing alike.
Can we all just agree? We'll say it's Bran's fault and call it a day.
Yeah, let's hashtag. Yeah, no, it's all Billy's fault because Billy.
I mean, yeah, fuck Billy.
Yeah, fuck Billy.
No,
I'd spell it out for him, but he couldn't fucking read it.
Yeah, but Billy. Yes, how does one get Burley from soy derivatives is the question that I always asked at that stream.
Right on. I'll be in the chat, Rick. I'm just gonna hop off so I can do a couple things.
All right, I was gonna end this.
I'm sorry to do that to you, but
I was gonna end this, but I was gonna end this anyway. Okay.
All right. Well, that's
see you later, Jake.
Bye, Jake.
All right. Yeah.
Like I'm genuinely curious now. Like, what fucking video have I ever been? Apparently, it was on my channel. I don't fucking make videos on my fucking channel. In case you can't tell, I'm halfway in the fucking bag. I'm pretty fucking lit right now. And I got some dude telling me like he was in a video with me on my channel. No, that doesn't fucking happen.
I know. I was trying to. I think Draven kind of confused you for someone, but then again, he's still new to this whole ordeal. I mean,
okay, well, I'm the drunk one. That's all you need to fucking know.
That's true.
Like, Jesus fuck, man. Like, my voice is not that distinguishable. I get it.
Yeah.
But I'm also a fucking drunk.
Exactly.
Like, Jesus fuck.
It's kind of crazy. But I don't know anything about what Draven's doing. I mean, yes, it's kind of crazy, but
okay, like if I had to narrow it down, maybe Draven is trying to do the same thing that fucking 10 people have done before him and just try to, offer the olive branch to Shanny. Like, hey, here, like we just want to we want to hear your side of the story. A lot of people have done it.
Yeah, but we all know damn well that.
Well, a lot of people have learned the lesson that when you offer Shanny that olive branch, be prepared to catch that olive branch right across the goddamn eyes.
Exactly. That's the thing. I tried to warn him to not go through with this, to not ease up on Shanny, but I mean, he's trying to like go after Negs, even though that's a shitty idea. I mean, yes, Negs.
If like she's a fucking nobody.
Exactly.
She's an absolute fucking YouTube nobody. She is no better than I am. I'm a fucking YouTube nobody.
Me too. I'm nobody too, even though I am a nobody. And there's the frog.
Sorry, just making my dramatic entrance.
There you go.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Wah, 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 wah.
It's time for the
Wah,
Muppet
wah,
Show.
wah, wah, wah.
It's time for the Muppet Show. And
Yay!
It's
yay.
time to light the light. It's time to dress up right.
It's time to light a blunt now. It's time to get high.
It's time to kill my partner because he didn't drink the coffee, because he couldn't drink Wilkins coffee. Sorry, because that's basically what every time I think of Kermit the Frog, I keep thinking of the original character that came before him, which was one of Jim Henson's
Yeah,
original.
the Wilkins coffee.
Yeah, that's why I said that, because
If you want to see that, go to Grampy Lobster's channel. He loves that shit.
Oh my god, which reminds me, I gotta send some of that shit, more of that shit to him, because that is by far.
Why do we always come here? I guess we'll never know. It's like a kind of torture to have to watch the show. Boom, 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 boom.
Beans
Sorry.
will not.
It's
That's okay.
what?
Beans will not divide us.
I was talking about the old guys and the,
Oh yeah, the old dudes. Yeah, that's basically.
yeah, Stolten and Waldorf.
I know. I've seen some of those. And there's also the Bork, Swedish chef.
Yeah, the Swedish chef. Bork, 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 bork. Put the chicken in the pot.
I'm
So,
confused.
Brian, I'm having a hard time figuring how you're using your sock account here and typing with your real account in the chat. It's really confusing me.
I'm sorry, Kermit. Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you, Brian.
Oh,
You don't have an issue with you. You said something that I heard somewhere long ago that I can't pick up right now, but you said it, and I want an apology.
For what? Are you talking to him or are you talking to?
I'm talking. Hey, be quiet, Frank. I'm trying to talk to Brian right now.
We are all Bran.
all right, Brad, get in here.
Oh crap!
You've been called to the carpet.
Damn it!
I know the
what?
link is out there,
Why-
Bran. Like you've been called to the
Why are you
carpet,
talking in
Bran.
third person? Why are you talking in third person? It's creeping me
Because
out.
Bran always talks in the third person.
Bran is the third person.
You don't tell Bran how to speak.
I'm losing
Brian
my mind
speaks
right
out-
now.
Yeah, Bran speaks how he wants to speak.
We are
This is
Bran.
crazy, man. It feels like
That's what.
there's
And
a
there
conspiracy
goes-
afloat.
And there goes And there goes my monetization. There goes my monetization. again-
Monetarization.
Your monetization?
Yeah, say it like Cobes.
My monetization. There goes. And there. Copyright disclaimer. Boom. Damn it. Then again, I'm not making any money off this shit, so it doesn't really matter.
I'm still waiting for Bran.
Okay,
Bran Jr., I guess.
Liquid Bran. As of now, Liquid Bran. Kind of like liquid snake, solid snake. You're basically liquid brand, and brand is solid brand. We just need a big boss. And
It's brand new. Yep.
yes.
That's a weird comparison because I don't want to be liquid brand.
It's a reference to Metal Gear Solid.
I got the joke, but like I don't want to be liquid brand.
Flakes.
Okay, Brand. Let's
Why
see.
are you joining in with a different account? That's kind of weird. How do you manage that?
Wait a minute. There's two of you?
All right. So here's what's gonna happen. One's gonna mute himself, and the other talks, just so he can try to create, the illusion of two different people.
No.
You're losing the Kermit impression, bro. Like it kind of trailed off there at the end.
God
I
damn
have
it.
no idea what's going on anymore.
I'm actually Rickzilla too. This is a character I've been working on for the last year or so.
I'm also the king, and I'm also the other, and I'm also Mecha Rickzilla.
Out of curiosity, like Brand, like how are we on the same stream at the same time? Because this has never happened.
That's
Certainly
bizarre.
not. Certainly
not at all.
No.
We're all
Tonight
figments.
we're making history.
No, he after Draven had his talk with Billy, Billy pulled me in, and we had an entire discussion about this. So how the fuck he thinks that you're me, I don't know.
I guess I kind of mistook.
loss.
I kind of mistook it. I guess it got it from me because I was still learning the names of the Geek Room members, especially the guests. I kind of mistook. It's basically a case of mistaken identity. But then again, I was still new to this whole thing. I only know a few guys at the time, like people like Frank and
Member,
member,
Billy, member,
Billy.
Anna, member.
Billy has a little member though.
Like
Yeah.
those are the members of the Geek Room. Everyone else is fucking secondary.
Exactly.
Everyone,
Including Billy.
kind of.
Yeah, he's kind of like. Well, then again, he's always the. But then again, Billy.
No, go ahead and finish that thought. He's always been a bitch. Is that what you were going for?
Well, that too. That's true. That too. But
I heard he was a soy boy. I don't remember
Well,
who
he
told
is
me
a soy-
that.
He's also always been a racist.
that's
That's true.
Haircut.
And an anti-Semite.
Well, that's
He's
more
every-
Sam.
then again, he's everything in the book that is wrong with being Puerto Rican. Not really. I don't know if he's actually Puerto Rican.
He's Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
He's a
I
quarter
mean,
pounder Rican.
He's sort of Rican,
He
He's kinda-
he drives a train for a living. Cut him some slack.
right? Cut him some floppage too while you're at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cut him some baby carrots in the chat, folks. Yes, corns in the chat.
Trust me. Like I got called to the carpet last night because on Gentleman Pioneers stream, why didn't I fucking call out Sam the Scientist and Jello Shots for whatever reason for making their blatantly racist comments? Like, well, first of all, I wasn't there for Jello Shots comment. I've addressed it. But when Sam made the certain, fat girl doing a certain thing to a, black man, yeah, my response was pretty fucking blatant where I'm like, dude, no. No. Why didn't I call him out? Because it's not my fucking show.
Exactly.
And if anyone has any questions as to why I don't go around calling people out on the Geek Room when they say things that may or may not be out of line, it's because sometimes the line does in fact get blurred when you're trying to be not just funny, but when you're trying to be almost offensive to a degree.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's a hard line to tread, and sometimes you fall over on the other side and realize you made a bad joke.
Raise
Exactly.
his hand.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, all of us have.
Then
I
again,
mean,
To
that's your
varying
sense of humor.
degrees, sure, but
But that's a sense of humor. But that's
when
their
I made
sense of-
when I made the joke to Revelation News on the Devil's Lettuce, I think last week when when Rev wanted us all to, die of cancer. Spoiler alert, Rev, when any of us die of cancer, you're not getting paid this time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I still stand by that fucking joke because I thought it was fucking funny.
I know. Then again, we all know that
Because we all can't be Rev's mom.
exactly.
That's good.
Except for Shanny.
Can you imagine squeezing that failure of a man out of your vagina?
Oh my god. I don't even want to know how that came to be.
I think his father fucked his mother is what I heard.
I'm still wanting to know who the fuck was in Emo's chat today as Shanny 60 for Christ leaked. And it's just fucking Rev plowing. Like the thumbnail is just Rev plowing, like trying to plow Shanny doggy style.
Oh my god.
It's fucking horrible. I put it in Tard Yard and THN chat, and Jesus fuck, like whoever did this, you're all fucking wrong.
Yeah, you're all so wrong for that on so many levels. But then again, we don't judge. Oh wait, actually no, we do judge Rev's poor performances because we all know damn well that Rev can't even fuck his way out of a tight spot, let alone Shanny's folds.
He couldn't fuck his way into the tight spot. It was all that extra ham there.
Yeah, that too. That was it. But then again, we all know goddamn well Rev has no penis. It kind of looks more like an extended vagina.
I mean, like he has a penis, like technically, but
I'm calling Rev a bitch because that's all he's good for is being a little bitch who cries every time.
Okay, so alcoholic joke, like Rev stroke game from one alcoholic to another. Your stroke game is called the DTs. I've made it once, I've made it twice, I've said it thrice. Like, dude, you could not fuck your way out of a goddamn tissue. I've seen your stroke game. It is weak.
That's why he only has the upper torso of that doll he had back when he was still living in that house in Scranton. The doll that G-Man now claims possession of.
Well, I mean, at least Rev didn't do what Cobes did and fucking skin it. That's fucking disturbing.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Cobes has had at least two of those things.
Oh, man.
People sent him at least 2 sex dolls, one of which he skinned.
So when do we see him like wear the skin and tuck his junk between his legs?
I don't know.
Like when does that happen?
Give it time. Give it time, Brand. Give it time.
I've waited so long.
I mean,
so long.
We're gonna have to fire up Goodbye Horses.
Yeah.
Someone find Q Lazarus. Get her out here. Let's do this.
Rubs the lotion on the skin or it gets the hose again.
It pushed the lotion in the fucking basket.
It does this when it's told.
Yes, Rev. Yes, Rev has to push the lotion in the basket too. But then again,
no, Rev puts the fucking DoorDash in the basket unless he gets the whip again.
I can see Rev in a whale screaming for Watermelon to help him.
Oh my god! Especially on the toilet. I mean, we all know, goddamn well, that Shanny can't even get up to even use the bathroom properly, or even
she
take
needs
a walk.
Diapers.
Yes, I've seen that, and I've seen that video. Well, actually, I've seen that snippet of Shanny in the diaper. I mean, Crash sent me that link, that screen cap.
Yeah, I've seen this. I've seen that same screen cap.
I mean, oh my god, that was. She's one step close. I don't know if it's like incontinence or the fact that
it's immobility.
That too. But then again, Shanny does have the emotional capacity of a child.
I disagree.
Kind of like that dude that you just had in here earlier that left whenever he was challenged.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Yeah.
Draven is Rev.
Mr. Draven is. All we need to do is just. All I need to do is just.
Oh, Kermit's still here.
I tried to get.
Yes.
I tried to get Renee and Draven to recreate the arrest video, but Renee's body is not like a boob, according to what Shanny's body, because we all know Shanny's body feels like a giant boob.
More
Okay,
like a giant tumor.
Yeah, more like a giant tumor. And
so
I saw the.
if you like Rickzilla, like if you want to really like reenact like their arrest video, imagine Kermit the Frog. No offense, Kermit. Fighting a fucking beanbag chair.
Or fighting, yeah. You mean Miss Piggy?
No, like a hefty bag full of meat. Because that's what Shanny is, and will always shall be.
Or Snorlax.
Just so you know, I would wreck that beanbag.
I'm betting you would. I'm betting your stroke game is better than Rev's.
He would find that grilled cheese sandwich, he'd pull it apart, and he'd just fucking penetrate it.
I mean, that's nothing to brag about. You know, better stroke game than Rev is something to really brag about.
Yes, like that's like me saying like I'm less of an alcoholic than Rev is.
And that's like me saying that I'm less of a
I was
Ass
really
fuck.
hoping for a better laugh from that joke.
Yeah. I know that joke sucked. I mean, I'm not usually good at this, but it's a first for everyone. Fuck my life. Oh, sorry. Sorry. No.
Wrong show.
I was hoping for a chuckle from at least Bran. Like, I've never like picking my girlfriends up, my kids up from school, drunk off my ass.
I've never.
I must have missed it.
Also, I've never tried to like simp for a morbidly obese Hamby. I've never tried to like pretend to be some sort of sorcerer to antagonize Dragnot.
Well, there's still time, Rick.
Not really. But I've never threatened to put a curse on people, or I've never wished death on members of the Geek Room as well as their fans by calling them the F word, by calling them F-gots, while screaming like a freaking child every time a land whale has a nervous breakdown. And doing the retarded T-Rex.
Good Lord. That was one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my entire life was Rev doing the fucking, the T-Reeks.
Oh my God. I love that part. It was so funny as hell.
I've had so many conversations with so many like long-standing trolls when, Rev is trying to do a stream and Shanny is just chatting up in the background, and he just looks over at her and says, "Shut up." Fucking gold. Good on you, Rev.
But we all know that.
You looked at your abuser and told her to shut the fuck up.
Of course.
And he got the ever-living shit beat out of him.
That was by far the best thing I've ever seen. Aside from the arrest video, that was the best beatdown I've ever seen. And then
I'm just saying, like, the whole like retarded, T-Rex arms that Rev did, that was one of the highlights of 2020.
That too. Oh, and also Juicy Berry. Unless I forget the Juicy Berry. That Shanny kept calling herself a Juicy Berry.
Yeah, see, I had forgotten that until you mentioned it. That's awful.
Wait, what? I must have missed that one.
It was from a stream back in like August, I think. I don't remember. It was when Shanny was in a bathroom wearing some weird shirt that wearing a dress that probably makes her look even larger than she already is. And she kept calling herself, saying she looks like a juicy berry. And I'm like, oh, dear God.
when she was like trying to pose and shit
Yeah.
like that. And she fucking hearted it. I know exactly what you're talking about now.
Well, you know what happens when you squeeze a juicy berry, don't you?
It pops.
They squirt. Folks.
Can you say squirt?
I mean, the same thing happens when you squeeze an Angorish tick. It'll pop.
Yeah. Yeah, I assume it would be pus that would run out if you pop Shanny.
Yeah. Pus and shit.
And possibly domestic violence.
Yeah. And fibro.
No, that's when you pop Rev's lip.
Yeah.
There's difference.
Or when you when you hit him with the whip. When you try to whip him into shape.
I mean, that's subjective.
How do you fucking... I don't know. I don't understand these people sometimes. How do you fuck up so bad on a personal level when you know you're already being scrutinized because you put everything on the fucking internet?
I guess they're trying to retcon their past but then again, all know
on the internet. They can't.
They think if they delete their channels, like everyone who downloaded those videos just magically erase from their computer.
They're not that smart.
Holy shit, we're in the Langoliers. Like, we just woke up one day on a fucking airplane.
You're giving them they're not really that smart. And that's why I keep saying they're not really that smart.
Or is it all performance art and you've all been fooled by this elaborate ruse?
Yeah.
They're not even smart to do that. They're not even smart to be performance artists. Even though they claim to be F-list celebrities, they still aren't that smart for that.
What the fuck does that mean? Like, you're an F-class celebrity. So you are 2 levels below, like what, like Donny Osmond?
Yeah. Or, yeah.
Dak Shepard.
Gary Busey.
Yeah, Gary Busey.
No, like Gary Busey, like he's at least D-list.
Yeah.
He's good for at least a laugh because he's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
More like Mel Gibson. Oh, wait, no. Well, back when
he's
Mel
fucking
Gibson...
crazy too.
Exactly.
It's not in the funny way.
Yeah.
See, Gary Busey will say some funny shit and you'll kind of chuckle at it, but like Mel Gibson he brings that Billy shit, that anti-Semitism. Yeah. You don't want any of that.
Well, I mean, who are we posing this against? Like, are we talking like Lethal Weapon 1, like Gary Busey versus Mel Gibson? Or are we talking about like
Gingerbread Man, Gary Busey?
Yeah, Gingerbread.
Like you said, we've already seen it in Lethal Weapon. I want to see it now.
Exactly.
The thing is that Shanny and Rev aren't even on the list.
Exactly. And they claim to be like Brangelina. I think the only reason why they call themselves celebrities in the first place was because of that Shane Dawson video. Where
you're talking about the same person that when her son was suicidal, she had to take a break.
That wasn't it. That wasn't the one. It was the one where she forgot to pick up Zachary from school.
I know what you're talking about, but I'm saying like when her son was suicidal, she could not take herself to the hospital because her PTSD.
I know.
So she had to go home
and play Animal Crossing.
I think it was Red Dead Redemption, but then she ended up tweeting at Shane Dawson because he apparently like had bought like a copy of the Scream knife. And was just asking people like, well, how's your day going? Shanny's like, well, my son's suicidal, so not so good.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that. Shanny says she's because people would stare at her in the grocery. It would hard not to, well, of course it would not be hard to not stare at her because we all seen how Why? She's actually, I would say she's more of a runway model out at the airport. It's a joke. It's a joke. Get it? Because runway model out at the airport.
Departing.
I already played this sound. Just stop.
All right.
There's one plane that's not taking off.
God damn it.
I mean, unless it's the Shamu plane.
Yeah. I know. I think I've seen that before. Oh, wait. It doesn't look any. Then again, calling Shanny a whale is an insult to whales because they're marvelous creatures.
No,
By the way,
also-
man, your Streamlabs is a fucking asshole.
I'm not on Streamlabs. I'm on StreamYard.
Whatever the fuck it is. I'm talking about in your chat. It fucking timed me out for putting emojis in the chat. It's done it to a couple of people.
That might be Google.
Yeah, it might be Google.
It
Google
actually
has
said
been like,
Streamlabs
Yeah.
commented, Aries 106, please refrain from spamming symbols, you whore.
Yeah, see? Did the
No.
same shit to me.
Then again, Google is being completely being a dick about
I smell excuses. Rickzilla.
or
Don't
that
pull revs.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
either that
Hashtag
or
Rickzilla's
someone
rev.
either that or someone has been spamming, or even either that or someone's been fucking with the mods, and I need to take a look at that soon.
You
Okay,
should
which one of the idiots can?
You
Which
should
one-
probably sue Google.
Nah, I'm not.
That's
gonna
what
sue
I
Google.
would do.
Nah, I wouldn't sue Google. Then again,
You like
If
their
anything-
business model so much?
hell no.
Frank
Would you
Sam would like the link.
Would you sue Google?
Would I know? Because I don't have a class action lawsuit coupled along with like CPS in Clay County, Kentucky. So no, like I don't have those kind of resources.
But would
You know,
you?
I heard some people banded together because I heard they had a case. I think you should look into that. They're all gonna sue Google.
I heard that people. Yeah,
We're
and
not
they
allowed to talk about that.
Oh no! Ah!
There was a video. We're under a fucking video, verbal agreement contract. Shut the fuck up. We can't talk
yes.
about that.
The one she already broke?
Shut up.
Yeah.
They're after you. Now they're all after you.
I'm gonna hop off here. I'm gonna go to bed dreaming about the grilled cheese that Wilson described so expertly
vividly.
earlier. That
so
exists between the
provocative.
legs of Shanny for Christ.
No,
however,
it's not beneath the legs of Shanny for Christ. It's under
It's
a
in-
hefty bag full of rotten meat.
Yeah.
however, I will keep I'll keep a part of myself in here with Wilson as I depart. Yeah, hashtag Branson for the fucking win.
Stop leaving a piece of yourself within me. I'm tired of that shit, Bran.
Oh damn! Time for some Freaky Friday shit between you and Brian.
You never trust Bran to pull out because he never does. But
He has
yeah,
left a piece of you in his heart, or in his or in your colon.
in my colon.
Indeed.
He is a gentle lover, though. I'll give Bran that much, though. But
He always
yeah,
shows how much love you give.
yeah.
And there's the scientist. If it isn't Scientist Sam,
You.
Hashtag what about you?
what
What
about
about it?
what about him?
I mean, isn't that your catchphrase?
It is my catchphrase. Listen, people have to respect that even though I've really done nothing for people to ask about, what about me, I'm a symbol, okay? I'm a symbol of all that is pure and innocent in this world. And
Yeah.
I also do have an emotional support dog. So there's a lot of parallels, computer science degree. I'm just going to leave it there.
I mean, Angus he's a lovely, lovely animal. Like, he is one of the goodest of boys.
He is.
He is a. I could see. I mean, my brother has this dog who is basically the best thing that's ever happened, and she is basically the cutest little.
But it's not Angus. But it's not Angus. I've tried to compare my dog to Angus, and there's no comparison.
I'm betting Angus is a really good boy.
Well, I mean, he's good enough for Jules to use him as a sock account and as a sock avatar in the She-Man's Hangout.
Exactly. I didn't know that.
That Photoshop that she made of Angus in front of Vaughn's desk. Like, good God. That damn near fucking broke me.
I think it was Fat Photog that photoshopped Angus's face onto Rev and said it's a goddamn doggo individual.
Oh my God. Oh dear Lord. I gotta see that shit. I gotta see this. I gotta see that shit. That's gotta be funny.
Oh Lord.
Oh my God. Gotta love Fat Photog's work. I'm still waiting on I'm still waiting on putting all the Shanny Sims on the faces of the Watchmen characters.
Why?
You know, like, I don't know, because that's basically the nickname I gave Shanny Sims when they were still trying to defend her. Watchmen. It's a reference to.
I know what you're saying, but like, who would be what?
Well, G-Man would probably be Dr. Man.
No.
Bond. Actually, no. I don't know who. I think Rev would be Rorschach.
No. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, I don't get, like, the reference, like, so Watchmen is a caricature of, like, comic book characters.
Neither of them are representations. It's a reference to. I got it from somewhere that it's a group of trolls that a group of fancy enablers that would protect a lolcow.
I still want a version of fucking Three's Company with some of the clown car posse in it. I think that would be great.
I still want to see like a
door.
Yeah, Simp Men. Yeah, who simps for the Simp Men? That'd be a better title, Simp Men.
Okay, well, that doesn't actually appear in the comic.
I'm talking about a parody version of Watchmen. Rather than instead of having them called Watchmen, we call them Simp Men. Simp League or the Simp Vengers. No, that would be the Tar Vengers.
Just give up. Just give up, Rick. Quit while you're really far behind.
Like Rick, I'm trying to help you. Like, there's no like comparison to the former, Shimp Rev Sandy, Sims that could be comparable to the Watchmen. None of them.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I just say crazy shit. But then again,
I wouldn't say so much crazy shit, but like,
it's
bless your heart, like you try.
I tried.
I'll give you that much.
Yeah, thanks. It means a lot to me. Sometimes when it comes to making up jokes, I
swing and miss.
I swing at this and I kind of fall flat.
Do you think we should continue the video and that'll kind of give us the exit to this lane of the conversation?
I mean, like, I don't think we should have an intervention right now, but like he tries. Like
he does try.
Like, I do genuinely like you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I do. Yeah, but when it comes to making jokes, I gotta be at my A game for that.
Okay,
shit.
I'll say this much because I do have to chime out because I do need to go to bed. Rick, the one thing I want you to do more than anything is I want you just to be original. Like, stop taking jokes from other content creators. Stop taking jokes from movies. Try to be original. If you make an original joke and you swing and miss, you swing and miss. If you knock it out of the park, better on you. I want you to be original.
Thanks.
Can you do that?
Oh, I will. Oh, I will definitely.
Can you try that?
I'll try that.
I appreciate you having me on here. I want you to do better. I want you to be original. I want you to be funny.
Thanks. That means a lot.
Be original.
God damn it, Kermit.
Damn it.
I can fucking hear Wilson dying inside. It's wonderful. Like, look, Wilson, look in Rickzilla's Discord. There is a picture of Angus photoshopped into Vaughn's chair with a very concerned look on his face. And then there's that same picture photoshopped onto Drag's body, and his wrinkles make him look actually quite distinguished.
I've seen both of those pictures, and I don't think I'm actually on Rick's Discord. I saw on Drag's Discord.
Well, no, Jules just posted them in Rick's Discord.
Yeah, well, I'm not actually in Rick's Discord.
Also, I made that Photoshop picture. Oh, yeah, I already made that Photoshop picture of Rev with the cucumber in his face. I think you showed that, right? I think Frank and the Geek Room showed that on their streams.
Yeah. On that note, I'm leaving.
All right, thanks.
Night, folks.
Sayonara.
Night, folks.
Bye, Wilson.
All right, see you later. Anyway, I think I'm gonna close it off tonight. You got anything to say? Because I am freaking tired as hell. Anybody else want to chill out their shit?
If someone hasn't said it yet, Shanny is like Chris Chan.
Yeah, that too. That's why
Draven is Rev.
And of course, Shanny, if the reason why I don't take Shanny is the reason why that I have to speak up for people with actual mental illnesses, because fuck you, Shanny. Stop complaining that you have this quote unquote mental illness when there are actually people with actual mental illnesses, people with actual suicidal ideations. That being said, that concludes this stream. I am Rickzilla, and I will be seeing you guys.
And if you choose the $30 subscription, you get
Silence, wench. I do not wish to be horny anymore. I just want to be happy.